Well, good afternoon. Today is Saturday, May 12th, and we're going to go over our book today, Freestyle, Instead of Eating. You know what? Everybody's gone through this. And first of all, I'd like to point out, did you remember last week I had a short sleeve hummingbird shirt on? And this week I have my black sweatshirt with a sweater underneath. It's cold. It's so cold. When you live in Michigan, I'm sure it's true. Everybody says it in whatever state they live in, but it's true in Michigan. You can blink your eyes, and there's a commercial that I really like that somebody runs outside and it's hot. They're all bundled up in their winter clothes, and they see, oh my gosh, and they get out and the sun is shining, and they run in the house to get their shorts and flip-flops on, and they run back out and it's snowing. Michigan! But anyway, we did talk about instead of eating, and boring, instead of eating, bored, procrastinating. When you're looking for a diversion, food isn't the answer. I forgot to get my book out because I did take a note, and she had a good quote that I did like. So I gift from a subscriber, and I use it all the time. But anyway, my notes, trying to figure out where I put it today because I keep all my notes. Oh, I found my quote. If hunger isn't the problem, eating isn't the solution. I liked that. It was so good. But we have to think of other things to do instead of eating. We all have that time when we're just bored and we think, what can I do? What is there to do? I know, I'll have a piece of cake. Oh, I think I'll have some cookies. Oh, there's some ice cream in the freezer. We're not really hungry. We're not. We're just thinking, what can we do? And we think that food's going to fill it. Sometimes I've had this habit, which I've told you in the past. I can put this book down. I'm terrible with money. I've told you this in the past. I'm terrible with money. I still am. I'm terrible. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, but I've already got my gravesite and everything all paid for. So that I've accomplished that much. So I'm not going to leave debt behind for my children. But anyway, I used to have to figure out a monthly budget. And I had to like rob Peter to pay Paul. And when I got all done doing my budget for the month, I always turned to food. I always had food because it was just my comfort. It was I don't hug, we know that. But it was my little internal hug. It was just, food's going to get you through. And because I really had to really struggle. And no, I don't have to do that anymore. To that point, I have increased my ability to be better with money. But I still think that when I do my monthly budget, because I still have to do somewhat of a budget, that one of the kids left their toy. I'm easily distracted, I'm sorry. That when I get done with my budget, I still think I got to have something kind of food as a reward. Because I'm not thinking of why I really want to eat. I just think that this is just it was a habit that I've formed. It's a habit that I've had for 47 years. That well, not 47, because I wasn't too bad the first year. So 46. For 46 years, I had to struggle and make plans of what I was going to do and how I was going to spend my money. And I always turned to food, and I still think I need to turn to food because it has become a habit. And it's not a good habit to have. But now I pride myself in the fact that I turn to something healthy. I know now when I'm going to do my budget that I do my budget before I'm going to eat my breakfast. And so my reward is my berries, although I have them all the time anyhow. But let's talk about the book. Hope that was kind of shiny. You didn't see that. We need to sidestep diversion eating. You have to get rid of the when I'm bored, I need to eat message. There's times that you don't feel internally hungry at all. Your stomach isn't growling. Lunch wasn't that long ago. And your sights are trained on specific foods like cake or cookies, but not on something that would be good for you like roasted broccoli. That's just not going to cut it. So instead of, this is called the desire to eat out of boredom. It's called diversion eating. And how many of us out there have done that? We all have done that at one point in our life. It can also crop up when you're coming off an unpleasant phone call, a work task that you don't really want to do, or anything in life that you're just thinking, I'd rather be doing something else. Diversion eating isn't about physical hunger. It's a response to other cues. And if we repeatedly wind up reaching for the food or a cookie to ease that feeling, it becomes a habit, and it's not a good habit. We have to get rid of that bad habit. What you want to do is put the brakes on. So when you notice yourself eating to divert yourself, and please remember, we've all done it, you have to remember that food's not going to be the answer. It's still going to be there, whatever problem you had, and it's going to still... Sorry about that. I film on my phone, and when I get a phone call, it just cuts the video right off. But where was I at? Even if you eat something out of boredom or trying to avoid a certain task that you don't really want to face, once you've eaten whatever it is that you've eaten, that task is still going to be there. It's not going to just simply go away. So you're going to have to remember that we have to find different diversions on what we're going to do. And a lot of times when you're just eating mindlessly, you're not really enjoying what you're eating. Now that I'm on this new lifestyle, I enjoy everything. Last night, I had one slice of pizza, and you know, I savored every bite. And one slice was enough. In the past, I've eaten 2 and 3 slices of pizza and not really thinking about it, just eating it mindlessly and not really enjoying the full flavor of it. And one piece was really enough. It really was. And one slice was enough. I even told Jim last night, I said, I feel so full because I feel like I overate. And I really didn't. I had one slice of pizza and I had a salad with a little bit of chicken in it. And it was fine. And it got me through the night. A lot of times what you need to do is change the environment, and it's going to help you focus on other things. If you find that you're going to sit in front of the TV and it's just going to, and you're just mindlessly watching TV, it's just like you're bored, I think I'll sit down and watch a TV show. And then when you're sitting there, the TV might not really be entertaining you enough, and then you're going to think, well, you know, maybe I'll just get some popcorn or potato chips and I'll eat that while I'm watching TV. What you want to do is, if you're bored, think of something else to do. Go for a walk. Just stand and look out the window. Do something that is going to take your mind off of the food. I like to give myself time limits. If I really want something, like last week I was really craving Cheetos. And sorry, Valerie Reese. I told her last week when I was mentioning about the Cheetos, and she said, now I'm craving Cheetos. But I thought about it for like 5 minutes, and I thought, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes, and if after 5 minutes I really want these Cheetos, then I'm going to go get it. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, I get distracted. Well, we see how easily I'm distracted anyhow, but I get distracted, and then I don't go after the, whatever it was, the Cheetos or whatever it was, and it helps me to ground myself. But you need to recognize the urge, and you have to recognize, is it really because you're hungry? Or is it because you're bored? Or is it because you're thirsty? That could be another reason. So what you want to do, these are some tips, what you want to do to make the switch. If you're bored, this is what you can ask yourself. Will I still need to find something to do after I eat whatever it is I'm going to eat? How will I feel after I eat it? And will I be any less bored afterwards? Is that cookie, cake, pie, candy bar, is that really going to fulfill your boredom? You need to think about that before you eat it. Or if you're procrastinating, think to yourself, after I eat it, will I still have that task to do? How will I feel? And will that task seem more appealing? You're trying to avoid doing the laundry. Is the laundry still going to be there after you eat that? Yeah, it's still going to be there, and you're still going to have to do it. Then pick something to do instead of eating. You can call or text a friend. You can listen to your favorite song. You can play a game on your phone. You can do a different task. I am very... I don't know what the word is. I have a short attention span. I can start cleaning like the living room, and I'll pick something up and I'll think, oh, that goes in the bedroom. And then I'll get in the bedroom and I'll start cleaning the bedroom, and I'll pick something up there and go, oh, that goes in the kitchen. And then I'll end up cleaning in the kitchen. I just go all over the place. That's just who I am. But, you know, it keeps me from eating. Break the task into smaller parts and tackle the first one. At least put the clothes in the washing machine. And then after that, think, well, then, you know, now I have to take it out of the washing machine. I got to dry it. Just think whatever. And close your eyes and practice mindful breathing. A lot of times if you just meditate just for a few seconds, even a minute or two, it'll get your mind off of it. And like I said, take a walk, read a magazine, come up with some of your own ideas that you think might help. The Think Again page, the unhelpful thought is, I can't find anything to do right now, so maybe I'll go see what's in the fridge. But the helpful thought is there really nothing to do? Looking for food won't solve my boredom. I'll still be bored after, and I'll still regret eating what I did. I'll straighten up the coffee table while I think of something else to do. The other unhelpful thought is, oh, I have so much laundry to do. Maybe I'll just have some cookies first. But the helpful thought is, I don't feel internally hungry and I don't really want cookies. I really don't want to do the laundry either, but the laundry will still be there even if I have the cookies. So those are pretty good helpful thoughts. My mother used to make us rhubarb pie when we were growing up. She loved rhubarb. But here's the recipe for chunky strawberry rhubarb sauce that you might like. I don't. But anyway, this is the book this week instead of eating. I also wanted to point out that someone had told me, and I'm so sorry, I sent it, made a copy of it to put in the, I have it in the info box down below on if you're an online member, how to get the weeklies. Though I guess the ones I've been showing you how to do is just not working. But she had told me, and I apologize. Please let me know in the comments below who you were so I can give you the recognition you deserve, that how to get the booklet if you want to do it. Another thing I wanted to point out, I think I got time, yeah, real quick, is I want to know when this society became a thin shaming society. If you go to a party or a banquet or something, no one ever says anything to the person that goes up there for seconds, thirds, and fourths. But they always say something to somebody that doesn't put hardly any food on their plate. They shame you because you're trying to eat healthy, and I don't understand why that is. I would never say to somebody, oh my gosh, look how much food you have on your plate. I might think it in my head, but I know enough not to let it come out of my mouth. But I think I've been guilty in the past of saying to someone, well, how you hardly have any food? What, do you on a diet? No, they're trying to eat healthy, and we have to remember that. This is a healthy lifestyle. This is a lifestyle I'm going to follow the rest of my life. And I'm not going to be the person shaming someone for being healthy and eating properly. And I'm also not going to shame somebody for overeating. That's just not who I am. But I'm going to work on that. Like I said, there's so many things that you need to work on with yourselves, and you have to recognize them. And the more I do this channel, the more I find out things about myself that I didn't really know were in there. But anyway, I hope you liked the video. Give it a big thumbs up. If you have a comment, please leave it in the comments below. Please tell me who it was that gave me the info about the finding the booklet for the people that are online. Share if you think it'll help somebody. And subscribe. Please subscribe. I'd like so many people on this journey. We're all doing this together, and we're all going to achieve success. So I will see you next week. Okay. Hold on. I hear ya. I forgot to tell you how I did. And it was great news. And I didn't share it with you. I lost, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? 2.9. So that brings my total loss to 68.7, and I weigh 235.5 now. How could I have forgotten to tell you? Thank you for yelling and screaming at me, because I heard you. I heard you saying, Sandy, what did you do at your Weight Watchers meeting? How did you do? You're doing so good, because you're not going to eat mindlessly this week. You're going to eat the right way, and you're going to lose again and again and again and again. That's it this time, really. You can yell at me all you want, but I'm not going to hear you anymore because I'm almost at my 15 minutes. My 15 minutes of fame. I'm too silly.